What's up, everybody? I should say good morning because it's 3:40 a.m. on a summer night in New York City, and I'm about to give you a walking tour of Times Square during these hours. Now, right here on 54th Street, which is where I'm starting, is the studios, the Ed Sullivan Theater, for The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, which used to be the home of the David Letterman Show, an iconic talk show that was out for years. If you don't remember, maybe it wasn't part of your time or your era, but it was definitely part of mine. And this is The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. As you can see, it says Colbert. Now, the reason why I'm giving you a tour at 3:40 a.m. is because I couldn't sleep, and I was gonna come out and get some food, and I said, you know what? It looks so empty yet interesting at this hour. Why not give a tour instead of the typical walking tours during the day? Give one during the wee hours of the night. Unfortunately, Broadway is closed. This is a relatively new show, West Side Story. I'm not sure if it got to open or if it was only open for like a short amount of time before COVID hit. But it's definitely a show I wanted to see. Now, during these hours, all you're really gonna see is the cleaners and maybe some late night club goers, partiers, and maybe some people starting to go to work early because it's just shy of 5 a.m. in about an hour and 20 minutes. Or, as you can see, some kids. There's nothing like the lights of Times Square at night when it's dark. Now, to your left is the iconic Stardust Diner, where the waiters and waitresses sing on the table, kind of like the old school back in the day diners. And if you see, the front is kind of like a train car. It's pretty cool. And over here to your right, for my 90s babies, I'm not sure when it opened, but I know during the 90s, you will remember right here was Mars 2112. And right now it's apparently something that says retail. I guess it's for sale, retail availabilities, yeah. But this was Mars 2112, which was like a restaurant that was like centered around Mars. If I'm not mistaken, this was part of the Mars 2112. But maybe not. Times Square church. I've actually been here maybe 3 times. I remember I had a little Snapple job here. We would hand out Snapples in different areas of the city. And I handed a Snapple to Boris Cujo, the actor from Soul Food. A lot of the street carts are out getting ready to serve breakfast. Here's one of them. They have cakes and donuts, you name it. And if you see down there, this is Radio City. But we're gonna stick to Broadway right now, because that's what this tour is about. This is another legendary place, Caroline's. All the comedians come here to do stand-up shows. From legends to icons to newcomers. Right now we're approaching West 49th Street and Broadway, which, by the way, there's a new Junior's restaurant, Junior's Cheesecake. This is pretty recent because I don't recall this being here a couple of years ago. Sbarro's Pizza. So for those of you who know me, I have to come over here and make a stop. Because if you know me, you know I have been documenting Brandy for a couple of years, well, more than a couple of years. And I documented her stint on Broadway, I believe the summer of 2015, when she did Roxy Hart on Chicago the Musical, which is right here at the Ambassador Theater. Wow. The longest running American musical in Broadway history. And for my other 90s babies, well, not others, but my 90s babies, if you recall, this used to be, man, I wish I remember what it was called. If you remember what this place was called, drop a comment. It might have been late 90s or early 2000s, but it was a venue that was like a restaurant, and it had a stage where there were performances and everything. It wasn't BB King's. but it was called something. And we saw so many artists here back when we first started True Exclusives. One of our iconic random interviews was Little Kim leaving this venue, walking this way, and she did a quick interview with us, couple of questions. So that was major for us. You know, Little Kim is an icon. And this is Krispy Kreme Factory. On Broadway and 48th Street. Let me get across so you can get a better look. Pretty big place. Maybe I'll come give you guys a tour during the day. This is Eminem World. Eminem's World. Not the rapper. Corny, I know. And we are slowly approaching the iconic and legendary. Let's go down this street though, real quick. Even though I said let's stay on Broadway, but there's a lot of lights here too. Construction workers out working. I think they just started maybe, or they might have been here all night. This is 7th Avenue. So we're going back on Broadway as we approach the iconic center of Times Square, where it's all lights, camera, action. This is the front of Krispy Kreme. Looks like a big place. New York, concrete jungle where dreams are made of. I'm not a singer, guys, but this is definitely what dreams are made of. I can't tell you all the times I would walk here at this hour too, leaving events and stuff, just dreaming the big dream. This is the W Hotel, which has a pretty dope, let's see if I can show you. The entrance has water on the ceilings, but I'm not sure it's opened due to COVID. Let's see. These are cool. So you already see what appears to be water, but it's the reflection. I wish you guys could smell it because it smells very watery. And if you go behind, you'll see the waterfall actually. Actually pretty relaxing, to be honest. And now this is the center of Times Square between 47th and 46th Street. Iconic Coca-Cola billboard. The red stairs are closed. I guess they close it during the night. This is Mary's of Grand Old Name Harrigan. George M. Cohan, give my regards to Broadway. Let's continue. During the day, this is all filled with characters and costumes. Mickey, Minnie, Spider-Man, Singing cowboy. Broadway and 45th. (1515) Broadway, the Viacom building, aka where the infamous TRL used to film. And we used to wait for the celebrities leaving TRL here or at the back door by the Lion King, while everyone else was out here waving up there to their favorite celebrities. This is where the Toys R Us was that had the Ferris wheel inside, and they closed it. Having fun riding. This is where they tape Good Morning America. As you see, they're setting up for the outdoor setup. New York City Police Department. And right now, we are on the actual 42nd Street and Broadway. That building looks so cool. This is the subway. Ironically, being that this is the actual 42nd Street, it's darker than the not down there. All the lights are over there, but on 42nd itself, not much light. See, dark and light. This is another place you can go down for the train. But we're not taking the train. We're walking. This was an iconic McDonald's right here that closed down. Hey. And as you can see, space available for net lease. Wow, we used to come here all the time. And over here, if I'm not mistaken, it was either here or I think it was here actually. There was an arcade, a very infamous arcade. I think it was 3 or 4 floors. That was really popular for teens in the 90s. I think the late 90s. But it got shut down as well due to violence. It got out of hand. Madame Tussauds, where you can see the celebrity, what is it, claymations, or you know. Let's see. Oh, Jimmy Fallon. What up, Jimmy? And just Tyra or Beyonce? Tyra. I've never been in Madame Tussauds. Have you? Leave a comment and tell me if it's worth going. Oh, Wax Museum, not claymation. And this is Ripley's Believe It or Not. Believe it or not, I've actually been in here. Corny, I know. Dave and Buster's. This should be well lit up as well, because there's a lot of places here. And this is the iconic BB King's. I can't believe it's gone. This is where I came for so many concerts. Jesus. So many events. So sad that it's gone. It was a really dope venue. I actually think my last concert here was a Brandy concert. So I guess I ended it with a bang. Dallas BBQs. A New York staple. AMC Theaters. And to your right, Regal Cinemas. Sorry to say, but I came to see a movie here. It was a free screening. And there was a rat in the freaking theater. So that wasn't cool. Five Guys. Crumbs Bakery. Wow. I used to be obsessed with Crumbs, and then just one day I just didn't like it anymore. Oh, because I found Carlos Bake Shop, which is right over here. Oh, it's closed. I wonder if they're closed in general, like the Crumbs company, or you know. And right now we are approaching the Port Authority. And Carlos Bakery. But you know what? I'm not gonna end it right here. I'm gonna go to a side street real quick and end it on an interesting note. Something different that maybe most walking tours don't take you to, which is right over here on 43rd. So crazy how back in the day this used to all be slimy, dirty strip joints, pornography, prostitutes, and just a lot of craziness. But it's changed. Leon Davis Street, 43rd and 8th Ave. And right here is I believe this is the building. No, this is WeWorks. Y'all, I done lost the fucking building. I was gonna take you to Daddy's house, which is Diddy's recording studio, but it might actually be on 44th Street. What a flop. Tried to show you something different. All these buildings. So what we'll do is go around on 44th to double check. But I think it was one of those that we passed. It's been so many years. Actually, did they close it down? See, I don't even know. But at least you get to see some of the side streets to Times Square, so you can see what it's like aside from the lights. There's actually people who live in between Times Square. you kind of forget that, because I know when I went to LA the first time, and you thinking of the Walk of Fame, the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and Hollywood Boulevard, and all that stuff, you just thinking you don't even imagine people live there. It's just all this glitz and glamour. And then when you go, you're like, wait, wow, this is actually, yeah, hello. At least that's how I was growing up. I didn't think people lived around there. Now we're on West 44th. Just to double check if Daddy's house is on this street. But I'm pretty sure it was 43rd. Picking up garbage. Cleaning up the city. The plant. Alright guys, I don't know. It could have been right there where the plant was, or the building I mentioned on 43rd. But either way, one of them was or still is Daddy's house recording studio by Diddy. And I remember making the band when they made the band over here, TRL, afterwards, because I had covered it on my website. They came over to Daddy's house to celebrate and just hang out. It's pretty chilly for it to be summer. As you can see, I got a long sleeve hoodie on. The icon, the one and only Michael Jackson. It will never be another, ever, period. This is Bowmore Lanes. You can go bowling if you like. Big ass bird. And we are back on Broadway and 7th Ave. This is the Lion King, which is also the exit to what used to be the Nokia Theater right here, which, as you can see, it says opening soon, Rad Theater. Wow. And previously the PlayStation Theater, but before that, like I said, it was the Nokia Theater. And that's about it, guys. I'm gonna wrap this tour up right here. I hope you enjoyed the late night walk. I know there are a lot of people in the world like me who can't sleep. So maybe this got you tired. So until the next vlog, I will see you around. Peace and love.